What's up, guys? This is Crit City here. I'm CosmicPharaoh, and this is Colton. If you don't know, we're actually hosting a Pokemon Draft League, a VGC Regulation H Draft League, with six of our really good friends. So there's eight of us total. We actually already posted a video of a breakdown of our entire draft. It's a bit of a long video, but it's an in-depth analysis of every pick of the draft. So if you're interested, you can go back and check that out. But yeah, Colton, what do we have here today?
So during the recap video, we did mention that we were doing this power rankings tier list. It's kind of a combination of both. Right now we've got S, A, B, C. We're probably going to change the titles of those, make them a little more fun. But we wanted to go ahead and power rank the teams before week one started. I ended up moving, so we fell a little behind in the recording schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a couple people have already posted, but that's fine. That's fine. We're doing this now. So this is week one. We're probably going to do a mid-season one too after around week four for the playoff push. I would like to do one at the end of the season as well after the playoffs, kind of see how things shake up. But yeah, we're just going to go over the teams real quick and then just kind of see who we think has the best shot. Not exactly who's the best team on paper, but just who has the best shot of winning it.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of what we're looking for.
All right. Yeah, I like it. Let's just dive right in. So first we can do Minesweep's team. He has the Greenleaf Warriors. He's got a team consisting of Dragonite, Kingambit, Gardevoir, Scizor, Crocodile, Riolu, Samurott, Ampharos, Gothitelle, and Sceptile. Um, yeah. So in the draft analysis breakdown, we did give our thoughts on each and every single pick, and in this video we're going to talk about our overall thoughts on each team. So for a team like this, what are your thoughts, Colton?
I think that this team, to me, does not provide as much synergy as I prefer playing, but I'm also not as cracked when it comes to team building as Minesweep. So for me, I think, sorry, my throat. I think that I would probably put it either B or C. I think it's just because to me the team itself doesn't look like it has like the heaviest hitters, but Minesweep's team building elevates that team to another level. So I think high C, low B.
Uh,
That's
I
just me though.
I tend to agree. I think maybe just to start, we could start with B. Uh, he does have some really strong Pokemon. He's got a really good
Yeah.
Fairy Steel Dragon Core with Dragonite, King
Mhm.
Gambit, and Gardevoir, as well as like Scizor as well. Um, but yeah, I think some of his lower end Pokemon, they're not the most well rounded Pokemon. Like Samurott
Yeah.
is decent, Sceptile decent. Neither one hits particularly hard. Ampharos is definitely lacking in the stat department too. He
Hmm.
does have some cool stuff though between like Gothitelle and Gardevoir, like support wise and status move wise. Dragonite's
Yeah,
also
agreed.
kind of a sneaky good support Pokemon. It's kind of a well rounded do it all Pokemon. But yeah, I agree. Oh, when you look at the team, there's no like super obvious synergies that seem to take the team over the top.
Right.
But there's definitely a lot of cool tools for him to play around with and get funny with the EVs like he likes to do and find some cool sets to catch
Oh
people off
yeah, he
guard. So
loves it.
yeah, so I think
So
B is probably fair to start.
yeah. All
Next
right.
up,
Who are we doing next?
we have Sky with the Detroit Deoxys. So she has Torkoal, Politoed, Kingdra, Kilowattrel, Ludicolo, Leafeon, Executor, Alolan Executor, uh, Camerupt, Flareon, and Primarina. So this is the dual weather team.
This team, I think we have to put in C. And that's just because it is dual weather, and dual weather is really cool, but you only have 10 mons to play with. And it's really hard to find mons that want both weathers or don't care about the weathers. And Sky built around both of those weathers instead of just getting a couple pieces for those weathers here and there, and then having mons that can go on both teams. So it is going to be a little bit trickier for Sky to be able to play around that instead of just locking into one mode each week.
Hmm.
And that's just what I'm worried about.
Yeah, yeah. I think like the weather is such a good like archetype to build around, because there's just like you could take an average Pokemon, if you give it a good weather ability, suddenly it can be really good in the right moments. The problem is I don't think any of her Pokemon necessarily feel like they're gonna like take her team over the edge, even with the weather that they
Right.
want, right? I think Kingdra's the closest mon she has to that. Um,
Hmm.
I also think the rain mode looks a lot better to me. I mean, the sun mode
I
looks
agree.
decent. Torkoal, uh, Flareon's actually like really good,
They're
underrated
really good.
attacker. Yeah, Leafeon pretty decent as well. But in terms of like
Hmm.
this in the stat department, like none of those Pokemon are really that crazy. Even Kilowattrel, which is his fastest Pokemon, or sorry, her fastest Pokemon, like uh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think stat wise, little left to be desired, and a lot of type overlap in the team as well.
Yeah, I agree. This team would have benefited from like a Charizard on the
Mm,
Sun mode.
right, yeah, just a really hard hitting monster to take
Yeah,
it over the edge. I tend
just
to agree with
one
that.
Mon could make a big difference.
Yeah.
So
All right, who's next? Next we have KingYveltal with the SunnyShore SunnySwords. He has Rillaboom, Baxcalibur, Chandelure, Staraptor, Rhyperior, Avalugg, Metagross, Metagem, and Skarmory, and Blastoise.
we should make a new tier just for fat.
Fat.
'Cause that team
Yes,
is fat.
this team is very fat. Thick team.
It's so bulky. King Yveltal is the king of, pun intended, iron defense, body press, forget about protect.
Yep.
If this man can boost up his defenses high enough to not have to worry about ever protecting, he's gonna do it.
Hmm.
The team itself has some pretty solid pieces. Like the Baxcalibur hits so hard when you get it going. Rillaboom, incredible mon. But as a whole, I don't know, it just kind of, to me, it feels a little one note.
Hmm.
Um, but I do think that it does have more pieces to play with than, say, Sky's team does. So I think I'd put it, it's between Minesweep and Sky. I
Yeah,
just don't know which tier to put it on.
I think B sounds right. I think it might actually be better than Minesweep, at least in some
Oh,
matchups. Uh, I don't know. I think the team itself is like you said. It's very fat. There's a ton of defense,
yeah.
especially physical defense, on the team. I think where it really just lacks is more like support moves, status moves, and stuff,
Hmm.
like speed control. Like he's got a couple speed control options. Staraptor with Tailwind, but it's not the fastest
Hmm.
Tailwind out there. It's a couple Trick Room setters, but none you would say are like necessarily the best Trick Room setters. He does have some good Trick Room abusers, that's for sure. And he definitely has the
Hmm.
type of team where like the longer the match goes on, the more it's gonna favor him, which is kind of cool. Um, but yeah, I think B tier sounds about right. It seems a little
Yeah.
more like average. Feels like if he plays really well, the team could go far, but without that, it's probably not gonna make a
Yeah.
huge impact.
I think this team would benefit a lot from like a Grimmsnarl or an Illumise Volbeat, kind of just like a prankster mod that can just do a lot of stuff to
Right.
enable the rest of the team.
Yeah, a good facilitator, a little point guard,
Mhm.
just to make plays happen. I tend to agree with
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
All right.
Alrighty.
Up next, we have Jordy and the Lumiose Lanterns. So he has Archaludon, Pelipper, Poltergeist, Illumise, Floatzel, Glaceon, Oricorio Sensu, Volcarona, Swampert, and Alolan Dugtrio.
I think that Jordy has one of the best teams in the league.
Oh
It
yeah.
is a rain team, obviously, but it's not completely locked into that just one trick rain mode. It's so well rounded. Um, like we talked about in the breakdown, Archaludon's just great across the board. You can run 3 different sets with it. Pelipper, as much as I hate it, is the best weather setter out there. It's so good. It enables the rain mode, sets up Tailwind. Those weather balls do what they need to do. So I think that this is an A,
Yeah,
if not an S tier.
I agree. I
I
think
do
it's
think,
it's S or A. I do
yeah,
agree.
I do think some of the mons at the very end are kind of little, like I mean, Swampert's good. Alolan Dog Trio, meh. But you've got like the ground overlap there, so it's like
Yeah,
I think that it's a really high A or a low S, but it's right there.
I agree. I think we'll save S to see just how other teams stack up against it. But I could see this being top one or two team for sure, just based off what
Hmm.
we've looked at so far. Um, yeah, I think what's cool is he has some of the sweepers and the breaking power he needs, but he also has
Yeah,
all of the support he needs. Even something like a Alolan Doug Trio with like Rock Blast into Archaludon to get stamina boost, or
that's
Poltergeist
true.
to keep Archaludon safe, or set Trick Room, and then you still have like Illumise and Pelipper with their support that they provide, and then you
Mhm.
have hard hitters like Floatzel and Glaceon. Never mind Volcarona, which can do support or offensive, especially next to Oricorio. You can get into some really
Oh yeah.
funny stuff with that. But yeah, I think for any team that seems to be revolved around weather, it's going to be huge for him to get that up every week. And if he
Yeah.
can, I think he's just going to probably steamroll through a lot of teams. Unfortunately, he has a good manual setter and a good automatic
Mhm.
setter with Pelipper and Illumise. So,
Yeah.
but
I'm
yeah,
thinking
so
S. I'm not gonna lie to you.
S,
I'm
yeah,
thinking S.
I'm cool with
I'm
S for
thinking
now.
S.
We can see how
After your
everything else
breakdown,
stacks up. All
yeah.
right. So next up we have Andy the VGC with the Whirls, and he's got Annihilate, Smeargle, Hisuian Typhlosion, Volbeat, Flamigo, Colossal, Ninetales, Minior, Alolan Muck, and Golduck.
It's an Andy team.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
he's the master of taking a team that's a C across the board and making the playoffs or winning it all. Like he's so good at it.
for sure.
Like when I see that team, I see Annihilate and then a bunch of C tiers.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
it's I don't know how he's gonna do it. I
yeah,
really don't. I do want to bump him into B just because I know that he's capable of it, but the team itself, I can't put it B. I
yeah, yeah,
can't
yeah.
do it.
I do think it's this team's in the right hands.
Correct.
Because
No one else could run
yeah,
it like
if
this.
if you're not familiar with his playstyle, Andy really likes to dig deep, go to the very depths of the usually useless moves, and he'll find like random stuff that will work. A
Oh
lot of
yeah.
like what we'd call gimmicks, but honestly, a lot of times it ends up working. And he definitely built his team around just literally all of these different kinds of gimmicks. It's going to be hard to stop. Uh, like
Oh yeah.
you're not going to know what you're going to go up against each week. I do agree. Like Annihilate, super strong. Hisuian Typhlosion, super strong. And then massive drop off in terms of like damage output. But he's
Yeah.
got he's got a lot of stat boost options with Flamigo there, and there is like scary upside to the team, but it's definitely like a volatile team at the same time.
Yeah.
So what do we
Where are you
think? We
putting it?
think I think C. I think it's scarier than Sky's team. I don't know if it's more fundamentally sound necessarily, but I
Hmm.
think the upside is pretty scary. Like there might be some weeks where he's gonna make this team look A tier,
That's true.
and then there's gonna be some weeks where he just can't get off the funny stuff, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be more like a C tier.
I think they are like hand in hand, like CA and CB. Like they're like right there.
Yeah, I tend to agree. All right. So we got three teams left. Next up, we have Andres with the Pamplona Raging Bulls. He's got the Sand team. He has Garchomp, Tyranitar, Empoleon, Clefable, Haunter, Murkrow, Blaziken, Houndstone, Chimecho, and Fungus.
I think it's an easy S tier team.
Yeah,
Uh, it's it's such a good sand team, but it's also not completely locked into sand. Sand's the biggest mode on that team by far,
hmm,
but those mons can be run outside of it. Like you can run Garchomp outside of sand. You can run a Haunter. Haunter you can run in a lot of different things. Haunter's a very underrated mon. Blaziken also very good once you get it set up. Blaziken doesn't want to see a Trick Room, but it's really good if it doesn't. I mean, Tyranitar is just great, but I don't have any negatives for this team.
Yeah,
I'm not the
I
hugest
agree.
Houndstone and John Mecco fan, but they fit the team, so it's like I can't I can't fight it.
Yeah, I think this is the exact kind of team I like to draft where it has a
Mhm.
sense of direction with the sand, but you don't have to use it. And I think that's just like
Yeah.
the sign of a really good team because ultimately he has a lot of good flexible Pokemon. He also has a lot of stats on his team, like between Garchomp and Tyranitar. Like the stats and the typing and the offense there is just really strong, really flexible. And then to have like really solid pieces like Empoleon and Clefable backing it up with like some good really upside Pokemon like Blaziken and Houndstone. Like there's a lot of good things here. Even Fungus, is a little Amoonguss
Fungus is
light.
great.
Yeah, you throw an Eevee on it and like that thing's a menace and it's also a slower speed tier than Amoonguss. So if Trick Room goes up, like that thing's probably outspeeding everything on the field. Um, but yeah, I think it's probably the best team in the league. I do think it's in a vacuum maybe better than Jordy's. Funny enough, in a matchup like against each other, I might take Jordy's in a head to head, just because of the rain and the water
Mhm.
types. But I think overall, I think Andres probably has the best team.
Yeah. I mean, in that matchup too, Jordy does have this like the experience advantage. He's
Hmm.
been playing Pokemon longer than Andres has.
Yeah,
But no, the team on paper, the team I do think is the better team. But
yeah,
yeah, I do think head to head I would take Jordy. It's gonna be so exciting to watch that matchup.
yeah, for sure. Are you cool with top spot, or you think he deserves
Yeah.
to go
Nah,
below?
put it right there.
Okay.
I think he's right there.
All right, two teams left, and it's you and me. I'm seeing a very vacant A tier, so let's see, let's see if these qualify. So next up, we have your team with the Florida Chien Paos. You have Ursaluna Bloodmoon, Como, Oranguru, Meowscarada, Sylveon, Quackleval, Magmortar, Morgrem, Fletchinder, and Misdreavus.
I love my team. I'm
I
being
love
so
your
for
team
real.
too. Yeah,
Um, I don't. I don't. I feel weird sitting here and trying to put it up against those guys without sounding arrogant.
yeah. Well, let me do it for you. I
So it,
think this
yeah,
team is really good. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's what's cool is it's not unlike the two other teams that are in S tier right now. Uh, you're not reliant on a weather. Um, you could argue your team's maybe a little reliant on Trick Room, but even then, not exactly. I think you have a lot of good options for your fast mode as well. Um, Como is like any given week you could build around Ursaluna, or you could build around
mhm.
Oranguru, or you could build around your fast stuff with Quackleval and Meowscarada. Like you have so many good um, things to build around each week.
Oh
So
yeah.
for whatever matchup you have, um, I think maybe in a vacuum I might have it below both of these two teams, but I think it's kind of right there. Like either it's going to be the top of A or the bottom of S. I think is kind of where I'm thinking. Um,
I'm cool to put it right there for now.
yeah, I imagine like the weeks you can get Trick 'em Up for free, you're probably gonna
Hmm.
you're probably gonna steamroll some teams. But if you struggle to get Trick 'em Up and your fast
Hmm.
options maybe don't have the best matchups, then maybe you'll struggle. But I don't know. It's a great team. I think it's
Yeah.
definitely up there.
If I get caught going for the mode that I want, then yeah, it'll be tricky.
Yeah. All right.
So, but yeah, your team. All right.
Last up. So my team, the Boston Beatdown. We have Whimsicott, Hisuian Arcanine, Palafin, Hydreigon, Lucario, Poltegeist, Toedscruel, Slacking, Coughing, and Duosion.
I really like your team. I to me, not for the sake of being even, but genuinely, I put it on the A tier. It's got really good pieces. It's just really balanced across the board,
Yeah.
and that's not that's not a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like your highs, your highs aren't as high as like Andres and Jordy's like highs, but your lows are really high.
Mm.
If you see what I'm saying, like
Yeah, high
it's
floor.
the ceiling and floor.
Yeah.
High floor, yeah. So I mean, I think the ceiling is still high. You've got the one of the best mons of all time in Whimsicott, right there. Then you have one of the most annoying modes in your coughing and then getting rid of abilities, which makes Toad's Cruel so good. You got your fast spores there, and then don't mention the pseudo legendary stats that Slay King has.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got
He's got
some
cover
really,
legendary
really,
stats.
yes, you're correct.
Yeah.
You've got really, really cool stuff on the team. It is a lower ceiling, so it's not going to hit as hard as some of the others. But it's also not bad at all. So I think it's an A tier. I'm going to say that mine's better because, you know, you're going to say yours is better than mine. So it's like, yeah, we can.
No, I actually think yours probably does deserve to be slotted right over mine. I think both do really feel like A. It's hard to judge ourselves, right? But yeah, like I think when I look at my team, I think I gave myself a puncher's chance in every match, at least with all these Pokemon. I think you're right. I don't think I have quite as many scary Pokemon, maybe as like you do, like an Ursaluna or a Komao and stuff, or as scary of an archetype like Andres or Jordy have. But yeah, I think overall, I think I have a decent balanced team. I think still some upside, right? Like the high attacking stat of Slacking on Palafin, some setup options. But yeah, I think maybe if anything, like maybe not enough support going around, or at least not my support options aren't quite as strong outside of like Whimsicott.
I mean, Whimsicott is the best support mod out there, so it is skewed in that favor. But supporting Whimsicott, you don't have as much.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess this is how we decided to rank it. I'd love to see other people's opinions in the comments, how you guys would rank it. What team do you think is the best? Like I said, week 1 kicks off this weekend right here. So make sure you stay tuned to all of the coaches' matches. We'll post a link to everyone's channel in the description. We should be posting our matches on Saturday, which should be today. And yeah, so like I said, we should have 7 weeks total of matches. So make sure you stay tuned, and then we'll have playoffs following that. Do you have anything else you want to say?
We're also going to try to do a breakdown every week. So we're going to try to do a breakdown. I don't know if we're going to sit here and watch all of the matches, or if we're just going to watch the highlights and then talk about them. Yeah. But we're definitely going to keep everybody in the loop. So I'm very excited to see how things go from here.
Yeah, a little weekly recap videos.
Thanks for watching. Definitely subscribe to everybody in the league.
Including us. Content. Including us.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Everyone puts out really good content. This is a really fun league. I'm having a great time already.
Yeah, for sure. So thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, cool. Catch you guys later.